I've got my Amazon Fire TV stick.
Okay.
And to be honest, we haven't been uber impressed with it.
Right.
First of all, something that is incredibly lacking from the Amazon Fire TV stick. There it is. Do you notice it? Okay, there's a power inlet, but where is the USB? Where's the capability to plug in a keyboard or a mouse or a receiver of any sort?
Yeah, how do you...
You don't, Jeff. You don't.
Oh.
Okay.
It has Bluetooth, so you can do things with compatible Bluetooth devices. But all in all, I mean, it's an okay device, but for the price, I think it would be nicer to have a more robust Android-powered solution. And this is Android-powered, the Amazon Fire TV stick. But it's like branded to Amazon. It's proprietary in a lot of ways, and the fact that the hardware is so locked down is pretty poor to me. Now, the other thing about the Fire TV stick, like the Raspberry Pi of all generations that include Wi-Fi, doesn't have very good Wi-Fi.
Okay.
And my Wi-Fi in the house is not the greatest, but it's pretty good, and I would expect that it should work on the TV that's, you know, only about 30 feet away, one floor above.
Right.
But it doesn't work that great.
That's unfortunate.
So it's a little disappointing. And the Raspberry Pi, same thing. So we set out to find a device that had better Wi-Fi and just Android, something that we can bring up YouTube and the kids can watch their shows and stuff. Because to connect a Windows computer, like a set-top Windows system or something like that, now I've got to get antivirus for it, which I'm not opposed to, but I have to worry about the kids accidentally clicking on something that is now malware, because, you know, my 7-year-old, he just searches. I wanted him to look up a video on YouTube the other day, and I told him what to search for, and he started searching for it in the address bar rather than on youtube.com. So he's 7 years old. I'm trying to teach him that, hey, that's not the way you do it, son. But when he does, and he clicks on the wrong link of the 10,000 results in Google, it's going to take you to something
less.
Your computer is infected with a virus. You've probably seen, you know, all these things, and then, oh, well, okay, so click, 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 and all of a sudden now you're really infected with a virus because you said okay to the wrong question. So Android kind of protects us against that kind of thing because it's Android, and it's going to keep us a little bit safer. So this device from... Oh, and you might want to actually see the device. This device! I was doing this like Vanna kind of style waving, and you didn't even get to see my hand gestures. But Qintex is a hardware creator and seller who has sent us this to review. And we're just going to get a quick look at what this device gives us. So there we go. It's a little bigger. We can see right out the gate. Then let's get it out of the packing here. So this becomes an unboxing video, folks. How do you like that? A little bigger than the Amazon Fire TV stick for sure. Let's get the cable off of there. There we go.
Right.
So there's the difference. This one looks more like a USB flash drive. This one looks more like a little itty-bitty computer kind of thing. First things we notice, okay, first of all, it has HDMI connection right there. So that's going to plug right into your TV or a little extension cord, which I presume is going to be in the box. We'll take a look. But it does have SD card reader. That's lacking on the Amazon Fire TV stick. That card reader will only go up to 32 gigs, though, according to the specifications, which is a little disappointing, to be honest with you. We've got a power inlet, and then we've got 2 USB ports. So we've got USB 3 right here. This big one, the full size, is USB 3. And then we've got a USB 2 micro, which is going to allow us to plug in peripherals. So the side one is just for providing 5 volts power to the device. Now, what's this red thing on the side? I mentioned about my desire to have better Wi-Fi, and this one includes a little bit of a signal boosting antenna that's going to hang off the back of our TV there and give us better Wi-Fi. So let's look at the specifications here just a little bit. First of all, the CPU is a Rockchip RK3328, so that's a 4-core, quad-core.
Yep.
That's the Cortex A53, and it goes up to 1.53 gigahertz. So for the form factor,
it's pretty good.
I think that's pretty impressive. We'll see if it generates any heat. I haven't noticed any in my preliminary tests. GPU. So the video output of this is with a Mali 450 MP2, and that has OpenGL. It's got 4K video output up to 60 frames per second. So right there,
that's
blasts the Raspberry Pi out of the water.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got pretty good video output at 60 frames a second in 4K, 2K, 1080p, 720p, I presume. But you plug this into your TV, and boom, you've got instant access at up to 4K resolutions.
Right.
2 gigs of RAM inbuilt. 16 gigabytes of storage. There's also an 8 gigabyte version as well, so that's like for your apps that you install. But remember, we've got a 32 gig SD card slot, so we can increase that by up to 32 gigs. Again, I hear manufacturers saying, hey, it'll support up to 32 gigs, and then I stick a 128 in it and it works.
So
the specifications say 32.
But
you can
maybe.
You can try something bigger. 32 is pretty low for today's specs. So I kind of, when I read that in the specifications, I was like, so Qintex might want to up that a little bit.
Now, could that just simply be because if you have say you put a 128 in there and it's full of data, that it bogs down the processing of it? Could that
I don't see
why?
how, because it's storage, right?
Right.
So it's the storage system of like a file system. So basically the device is a Linux device that sees that as a second storage medium that you can save photos to, save apps to, save app data to. But then again, with something like this, do you really need more than that? You're not going to be downloading huge applications.
Do you really need more storage?
I mean that because it's not a computer.
Fair enough.
It's a TV set-top box that allows you to watch YouTube and streaming video platforms, presumably Category 5 technology TV.
Better be Category 5 technology
exactly.
TV.
Otherwise, out the window. So you don't really, I don't think, need an astronomical amount of space. Now, keep in mind, though, USB 3. So if you wanted to, you could plug in an external hard drive.
Right.
That's not a problem.
Power it with external power, because you don't want to power it off of this, and you're going to have full speed access to that hard drive.
That's cool.
That's good times. Really good times, Jeff. Really good times. Wi-Fi, I mentioned. Okay, so it's got 2.4 gigahertz 802.11, which is BGN. And it has 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi as well. So you've got the BGN AC and Bluetooth 4.1. So it's not Bluetooth 5, but Bluetooth 4.1. So if you wanted to use wireless earbuds from Jabeez, if you want to use your wireless headphones from House of Marley, then you're able to do that with this device and listen to your music, listen to your shows wirelessly, which is kind of a bonus. I definitely like that. But also the other advantage to having inbuilt Bluetooth is a lot of keyboards. Like you get something like what we use for our teleprompter here. This is a Bluetooth keyboard. So with this, I simply turn it on, sync it to this, and boom, or pair it to this. And now I've got a keyboard, and you can get a full-size Bluetooth keyboard and mouse and get a combo unit, and you're good to go. And it operates a lot more like a computer. We're going to plug it in and see how much like a computer in just a couple of moments' time. One kind of final thing I'll say, because this is portable and you think, hey, this is something that I could take with me when I travel, right?
Yes.
Right.
And you could, because it's HDMI, you can plug it into the hotel TV, and now you've got, because they provide Wi-Fi, so now you've got YouTube, Netflix, whatever else. The USB port supports a dongle from your ISP,
which is so cool,
like a cellular dongle.
Oh,
I love that.
Now with with this stick here, and then the I don't know if they call it like a rocket hub or whatever from your ISP, like a cellular internet hub that you plug into this. Now it provides its own internet. So
which is awesome.
You don't even need Wi-Fi at that point. Perfect for the cottage. All right, so let's get finally into the box and see what else we've got here, because I want to plug it in for you while there's still time. Okay. Ooh,
jumping right
falling out. Yeah. Okay. Well, what do we got? Okay, let's get that aside. We've got USB cable, presumably for power. We've got a little, oh, look at that, USB micro to full-sized USB 2, so that's going to allow us to plug in standard-sized peripherals to the micro port on the device. That's good. We've got a power adapter. This is a 2-amp 5-volt adapter, USB micro, and we've got that little HDMI extension cord, which makes it simply easier for us to plug into the back of our TV, because maybe that's not going to really fit
if you've got
in
a
the
wall
back.
mount.
Yeah, if it's too close or whatever, it may not plug directly into the TV, or maybe there's other peripherals around. So this gives you a cable that you can kind of hang it, or, you know, double-sided tape it to the back of your TV, that kind of thing. Should we plug this in and see how she works? All right, so it's unanimous.
Well, technically I didn't vote. I was going to say no just to be smart.
Oh, come on, man. Come on, man.
We've looked at it, but we're not going to actually look at it.
You're going to see now how complicated it is to set this up.
Right.
Right? Because that's okay. So I've got two cables. Okay, so now down here I'm going to grab an HDMI cable here. I've got an HDMI jack that I can use. Here we go. You guys talk amongst yourselves. Yeah. This is going to go.
So far, this looks like something I could do.
Well, I got an HDMI cable going out to my TV,
which is pretty standard.
Yeah, and now an HDMI cable
to your device.
And the only reason I have that cable is because, hey, we're kind of far away from you watching in California.
Right.
There we go. It's plugged in.
All right.
All right, so let's switch over to that screen, and let's plug that in and see what happens.
Give it some juice.
Give it some power, folks. Instant. All right. Let's see what comes up. Now, I've got
pretty.
That's some good processing power right there.
Wow, that was a quick boot.
We're in. Yeah, not bad, eh? Not bad. Good performance so far. I've brought this with me, and it's got a USB dongle for a wireless keyboard. Okay. So I'm simply going to plug this directly into the device. I know you can't see, but you can visualize.
It's there.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to turn on that keyboard, switch back to the screen for you. And, instantaneous access. Boom, Chrome. Came with it. What do we do? Oh, yeah. Somebody's been testing this bad boy. So, performance-wise, I noticed that things are pretty zippy to open up, and that's that nice rock chip processor. Things don't display absolutely perfectly on my website, but not bad, not bad. Oh, you know what? Maybe it was just still loading. It does look pretty darn good. Scroll down a little bit here. The one thing that I don't like about these kinds of devices is you've got to remember that this is Android. It's built for a tablet. It's built for a phone. So you'll notice there's no scroll bar. I can't grab it like a computer and just scroll down.
Because you're meant to,
I'm
just flick it.
Flicking with my finger, so that means clicking the mouse, scrolling, clicking the mouse, scrolling. So it's a little bit of a different experience, and you got to get used to that. But it's not that bad, and certainly performance-wise, seems pretty good. So I'm clicking on a video here, and I click and pull up, and click and pull up. Not the best UX. But that's Android. That's,
I was going to say, that has nothing to do with the device itself.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to hit play. And load times. There we go.
That was quick.
Nice.
Quick and...
Nice shirt I'm wearing.
I know, right? So one of the things that is important to me, because this is going to be a set-top device, is, full screen video. Is it good? Is the frame rate good? And it looks fantastic.
Yeah, that's some pretty clean video.
I'm pretty impressed by that. So this is just off of our website, category5.tv, via YouTube, that kind of stuff. It looks pretty good, and it's playing out of the box. Now, keep in mind, I did plug it in. I went to 2 websites. I tried a couple of different things, but I didn't install any drivers or anything like that. Let's head on over directly to YouTube, which, because I've got my my stuff, like my account in, it wanted to log me in first.
Right.
And you notice I used to work with LEI before they went out of business, and so that it wanted me to log in as them. Sad day, sad day. Okay, so this is YouTube. It looks pretty darn good. So again, you got to get used to this kind of clicking and scrolling action. It looks like I kind of got to, I got to use the keyboard to maneuver now.
Yes, you will get that sometimes. Doesn't matter what you're using. I mean, our Android box at home, same deal. I mean, we have, I think, the same remote.
Oh, yeah?
So
the quality, the clarity is brilliant. I don't know how to turn it off so that I can not breach copyright. But there you go. I mean, so that's working really a treat. A couple of the features that we want to look at. Okay, if I go into all apps, I did try installing a game, but I couldn't get it working. I'm not too sure what's going on there, but I did notice that we've got things pre-built in like Wi-Fi display. And I did a quick pair to my smartphone, and instantaneously I had access to my phone.
Really?
Yeah, I wanted to show you this because sometimes web apps, maybe I can't get Netflix working on there because it's a Chinese device, and Netflix is pretty particular about the geolocations of their viewers, kind of thing. So maybe I want to bring up Netflix on here just as an example, right?
Right.
Or maybe I want to bring up, I watch the countdown every New Year's on my phone, and that gives me a chance to now cast it to the device. So let's actually do that. I brought up Miracast on my phone here, and I'm going to click on my phone, which it already detected impaired, and hit OK. And oh, it's already connecting, and there we go.
Wow.
So now I'm actually in my phone. So if I bring up, like, I guess YouTube on my phone, now what's that look like? So there we go.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Right? So now if I turn my phone sideways, I'm physically turning it sideways. There, it's
it does the adjustment.
It adjusted itself. And this is done. Now, keep in mind, this is done completely wirelessly. So what I'm seeing on the screen here is being cast to the device through my Wi-Fi network. I didn't have to didn't even have to set anything up. It was so super simple. So I think there's some really good value in that on its own. And so then if I click on my vlog from today, for example, for patrons, there's some latency there for sure. That may be my network. I don't know.
But still, the point is,
there it goes. It's kind of.
It was warming up.
Yeah, it's kind of, you know how YouTube will kind of crap down the quality if your bandwidth is not very good.
Right.
So, but it works. It works great. There you go. So
well done.
Okay, so now I'm stuck. I can't bring you back. So I've got to actually turn off Miracast in order to get back. There we go.
Oh, okay.
Now I'm back there. I can escape back.
Right.
And there's our menu. A couple of other quick things here. We've got the Play Store, obviously. RKMC looks a lot like XBMC or Kodi, that kind of thing.
Yep.
So that comes pre-built in. You can add your channels. And to get out of that, it's the power button over here. So definitely worth checking out. If you're looking for a set-top box, this is obviously like a little tiny thing. The Wi-Fi on it is spectacular. It's really, really good Wi-Fi. At my house, no latency, no problem running YouTube. So watching YouTube videos, that's really all we need it for.
Right.
And it works perfectly. It doesn't have an accelerometer like your phone does, so if games require that you be able to turn the phone like this, obviously it's not going to work. But games, I presume, like Angry Birds, that kind of stuff, where it's all mouse-driven, you can do that.
Yes.
Yeah. So exciting.
Cool.
Yeah, check that out. It's cat5.tv/R33 because that's the Qintex R33 Android TV stick. Check them out today.